Hi everyone, I got a lot of requests to make video regarding my settings and my custom control, and today I want to share it with you. In this video I have a hand cam as well to show you how I use it. Hopefully it can give you some inspiration to customize your own control, or you are welcome to copy mine if you think that works for you as well. Recently PUBG Mobile released the latest version 0.9. And a lot of cool features for custom control has been added, and I'm excited about this. Okay, on the setting menu, let's go to the graphic tab first. I set it to smooth, extreme, and soft. The rest is default. Let's press OK. Next, go to the sensitivity. I set it to low, but sometimes I set it to medium if I play TPP mode. For now I set it to low. Next, go to the basic tab to enable some features, and I will explain what is the features for on the training mode later. First, enable quick scope switch, pick and fire, pick and open scope. For the lean mode, I set it to mix, and scope I set it to mix. This is the new feature. The old one only tap and hold, but right now we have mix. Okay, and then display left side fire button always on. Oh yeah, and I changed the damage effect to green. First person perspective camera view, I set it to 1 or 3. Now I will show you my custom control. Currently I'm using a hybrid technique. It's a 3-finger technique, so I'm using a left button. So I'm using my left thumb, right thumb, and then left point finger to shoot. Unfortunately, this technique doesn't work on small devices like this iPhone 5 or my previous iPhone 10, because my fingers doesn't feel natural with this technique. So pretty much your hand like this, so it's really hard to shoot and move. So if you have like a small device like this, I suggest you just play with left and right thumb. Okay, so this is my custom control. So the idea on my left thumb is for controlling the movement, and the right thumb is for action, and the left point finger is for fire button. First I move this scope adjustment here, and I move the left fire button to the top left, and then I make it bigger. Reduce the transparency. How is it? 35. So I will adjust a little bit until I feels good here. Okay. When you're using cloud technique, it is important to move the left fire button, not the right one here, because the right one here is a dynamic button. Next, I move the right fire button here, and move the jump in this spot, and then the scope I make it a little bit bigger, around 140, and put it here, and I move the big button on this side because everything for action is gonna be on the right side. Okay, so I make it a little bit bigger, and then for the scope button, the new scope button is gonna be on this side, the inventory button to the right side, and I will explain it why. For the weapon selection, I put it here because I want to be able to access all the buttons on the right area with my right thumb. Okay, and then for the running button, I move it here. Okay, I move the camera button on this side so I can access it with my left thumb too, because on this, the top here is really hard for me to access it, so here is easier. Okay, so now we save it. Okay, right now I'm gonna show you how I use it. So the left thumb pretty much just for movement, and the right thumb is for camera. To shoot. So with the new mix feature, basically the old one, if you want to scope, you have to press the button and scope. Press one more time to release it. the new one you can hold it to scope and then release it to cancel it. Same thing like for the big end scope and in the left scope. Why this is so important? Okay, so in real life your enemy is behind the tree, so you can just switch. It's pretty fast here. The old one you have to tap and then you have to tap back again, you have to tap and then you have to tap. The new one is so faster. Right, so if I want to swap scope, I just tap here and then switch to red dot. And you can switch back to the 2 times. The way I control the recoil is by press this down, press my left down. Same thing for the scope here. So like this, shoot in like that. So why do I need to turn on the right fire button? Here's the thing. So when I try to use fully cloud technique, it's really hard to throw the grenade or the frag like this. In here, the right fire button is so handy now. So I get if I want to throw smoke grenade or frag grenade, I use the right fire button like that. Also, the right fire button is really good for close battle, so I can just fire like that. But the hybrid technique is very useful because especially for shotgun, pistol or sniper, sometimes you need to move and then shoot, move and then shoot, so you can move fast. You can jump, also you can jump and then shoot. So with the default setup, it's really hard to do that. So the cloud technique is really useful for that one. So you can run, you can jump and shoot like that. Also for the inventory button, I move it to right so I can access it. So let's say I'm running, so I want to adjust my inventory. I can just tap like that. I can throw this one maybe, I can throw this one maybe, so I still can keep moving while I'm accessing my inventory. So I also move my running button on the left side. So let's say if I want to, so it's easier for me to access it, so I just tap here and then my character will run. So if I want to look around, so pretty much everything, the right thumbs control all the action. Switch the gun, swap the scope, crunch, jump, scoop. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.